This is fast. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. If this is a bicycle and it has a motor, does that make it a motorcycle? I'll let you guys debate that one yourself, but I think I'm onto something. With that being said, today we got this huge box right here. I mean, this thing is massive, and inside of it is the GOTRAX Traveler foldable e-bike. Now, those powerful motors on this bike allow you to go up to 20 miles per hour when it comes to speed, which is actually really fast. You're gonna get places quickly. You're able to travel up to 18.9 miles on a single charge, and it supports riders up to 265 pounds in weight. Now, even though this is an electric bicycle, you can also manually pedal it, and that means if you happen to be going uphill at a really steep incline, you can actually pedal assist to help you go a little bit faster. Of course, if you're going downhill, then all bets are off. When it comes to gears, it features 7 speeds, so you can adjust it to make your incline traveling a little bit more pleasant. It features dual disc brakes to bring you to a stop when you're traveling at high speeds. And just in case you're a beginner when it comes to riding electric bicycles, or even just a bicycle by itself, it actually has 3 different speed modes, so you can get used to riding it without going too fast. Speed number 1 goes up to 8 miles per hour, speed number 2 goes up to 14 miles per hour, and speed number 3, oh boy, you go all the way up to 20 miles per hour. Fast and furious. And when it comes to charging, the battery takes about 5 hours to fully charge. And you know, if you run out of juice, you can always ride this like a regular bike and just pedal it along the way, so that way you're not stuck carrying it home when it dies. And all of that is inside this foldable aluminum alloy frame. So now without further ado, let's get to the bike. I love the smell of fresh tires in the morning. Looks like we got a box with some goodies inside. And inside the box, everything is just covered up with foam, so it'll arrive nice and safe. That's all of it, folks. Now, I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too. It looks like this is a jumbled mess, although the bike does come 95% assembled, so 5% doesn't sound that hard, right? Would you look at that? It came with a pair of keys. That's actually really cool. Whew. Whew. And there we have it. If you look up the definition of overprotective in the dictionary, I'm sure you'll see a picture of this bike. But here's to hoping that the longest part of the setup process was getting rid of all that foam. Here we have the very large 26-inch wheels. Like, this is massive. This is a real bike. Along with the removable 480 watt-hour battery. I almost forgot, we got this box of goodies here. Probably has some important stuff inside. Inside the box we have a user manual, we have the pedals, each one's labeled left and right. We have a bag of tools to get the job done. Looks like we have a safety lock for when we unfold it, along with the charging brick to get this thing juiced up. So first things first, we're gonna get this handlebar installed, because that's a main thing you need for a bike in order to ride it. So to get the handlebar installed, it's dangling right down here. We're gonna actually have to loosen up all these fasteners. Make sure you don't lose them, because if you do, you're gonna be in serious trouble. Okay, so now I'm about to save you a lot of time. Just don't do what I just did. You're gonna wanna turn this around, like so, and have this bar facing forward if you want to ride the bike normally, which I'm sure you do. I'm pretty ashamed to say that this is actually the 3rd time I've installed this handlebar, so make sure the controls and everything are facing upward when you do this, otherwise you're going to be in a lot of trouble, wasting a lot of time like I just did 2 other times. So now, we're just going to screw it back into place, line up the little groove in the middle, get it as centered as possible, and then get it nice and tight. You don't want the handlebar flying off. And now, just like that, we have handlebars for the 3rd time. Next, we're gonna get the all-important bicycle seat installed, because have you ever tried riding a bike without a seat? Don't answer that. But it's very simple. We're just gonna loosen up this latch right here, put it in, and you're ready to go. Obviously, you can adjust it at will, or take it out if you don't want someone to steal your bike, I guess. But let's see, we're just gonna stick it in here all the way for now, nice and tight. Make sure it's straight, and you're good to go. Next, we're gonna get the all-important pedals installed, which look like they should be pretty easy too. Just make sure you put the right one on the right side and the left one on the left side. Easy. Really just screw it into place. Once you have it on all the way, we're gonna take the wrench it came with, find the right size, and then tighten it up. There we go, perfect. Next, we gotta get the all-important front wheel installed. Hopefully this is easy. This will probably be easier if I flip the bike upside down. I've seen this before. in a movie, I think, or maybe when I was a kid, I don't remember. So what you're gonna wanna do is make sure you line up this metal piece along with the disc brake right here, so that way it can stop. We're gonna stick the rod right through the tire. Make sure you have one spring on that side, and then take your other spring and put it on this side after we drop the tire in. Then we're gonna lock it into place. We're gonna get it as tight as possible, although remember, we have to close this latch on the other side too. This is gonna let you quickly remove your tire if you wanna fold up the bike. I got it a little bit too tight, let me loosen it. Okay, got it there. Is that good? Make sure you have it nice and tight because you don't want your tire to go flying. Okay, we got it tight. The wheel is moving. Tire isn't coming off, so that's always a good sign. So now I can flip it back onto its wheels. Kickstand working. And we got a bike, but it's just a regular bike now because we're missing the battery. So to get this big old beefy battery installed, it looks like it's gonna be as easy as just putting it in here and sliding it on there. And funny story, remember that key from the beginning? There's two of them. Key's actually to unlock and lock the battery. So right now, we're gonna stick the key in, twist it up. It's nice and locked into place, so now nobody can steal your battery. I just discovered something. There's a little rubber flap here. It's a little hard to get out, but it actually has a full-size USB-A port right here so you can charge up your phone or whatever you want. Pretty cool. But if you wanna take off your battery, take the key, twist it to the left, and now you can slide up the battery, take it off, and go charge this by itself in your house so you don't have to take your whole bike inside, which is actually a really cool feature. But for now, let's get the battery back installed and locked up. It's on there. Now when you want to charge up your battery, the charge port's over here on the right side. You move this out of the way, plug it in, and you can easily charge it up. And just close it back up. And then we have the on and off power switch right here. Very handy. Now they didn't mention this part in the instructions, but we have this little light, it looks like, right here, and it looks like it goes right onto here. And as far as controls, once you have the main battery turned on with that big switch, we can hold the on and off button for a few seconds, it lights up, and now we're on. Up top, it shows us how much battery we have. Right now, we're at about 50% charge. You would have all 4 LEDs lit up if you're at 100%. Down at the bottom is where we have the modes. First mode is 0, second mode is 8, third mode is 14, and then the last mode is 20 miles per hour. And of course, we have the light button, so we press the light, and the headlight we installed illuminates the night. Press it again to turn it off. Right next to it, we have the all-important bell. Very cool, so people know that you're coming, and right in front of it, we have one of the brake levers. Then over on the right side, we actually have the gears. It's gonna work exactly like a regular bike. You go all the way down to 1, all the way up to 7. Easily press this button to increase gears. Very nice, very fast. Right next to that, we actually have the torque, so you actually pull this down to make it go. And then right here on the front, we have one of the brake handles, so you can easily come to a stop. But remember, go slowly so you don't go flying off your bike. Now really, this bike is very well built and looking like a very nice piece of equipment. The only problem is it took me about an hour to install this, probably because I installed the handlebars 3 separate times. Don't do that because I told you what to do, so if you did it, it's on you. I had no one to tell me. So now with all that being said, I'm gonna take this outside and go for a ride. Fun fact, I haven't ridden a bike in years, so let's see if I can even do it. All right guys, a couple of things I just noticed when I went to go take this for my first ride. One, right when I was about to take off, I realized the tire wasn't turning with the handle. I was like, okay, hold on. I almost just face planted or something. What's going on here? So I was trying to figure out what was going on here, and I realized the issue is pretty simple. You're gonna need to take your Allen wrench and tighten these 2 bolts that we have right here. Just make sure the wheel is perfectly straight with the tire, because once you get it tight, it's gonna be stuck like that. There's one on both sides, top and bottom. Get it nice and tight. And now, would you look at that? The tire turns with the handle. Big thumbs up. Also, the second thing, the wheel is supposed to be facing this way with this little bar on the front end. I had it backwards, I had to flip it around, so make sure you guys do it right. So now I'm gonna head outside and take this thing for a ride. Fingers crossed everything's fine now. You having fun on your bike? All right, guys, now the time has come. It is extremely hot out here, so hopefully the warm air blowing on my face will cool me down a little bit, because that's how science works. But we got the bike right here, and we're gonna find out if I am still able to ride a bike. So let's get started. I'm gonna start off in manual mode and then work my way up. All right, we're clear. Okay, I got it, I'm doing it. So I'm doing manual mode right now. It's pedaling very well, very smooth, feeling good. All right, so next, let me switch over to the first mode. Whoa, okay, it starts picking up speed right away while you're pedaling. You don't even have to hit the throttle, but now I'm moving. Well, okay, pretty good. So now I'm gonna turn around real quick. Whew. It's hard to make turns on a bike when you haven't rode one in a long time. Okay, so it's picking up speed fast. Let me just hit the throttle. Okay, now I'm not pedaling at all. Just going pretty slow for mode 1. Nice. Okay, feeling good. The wind isn't as hot in my face as I was expecting, so I'm actually cooling down a bit. Probably gonna get sunburned, but still. All right, so up here, I'm gonna turn around. Okay, no cars coming. Turn around, and I'm gonna switch into mode 2. Whoa, this one's way faster. Okay. Okay, this is faster. This is like 14 miles an hour. Ooh, no pedaling. Feels good. Woo! All right, let me come down. Okay, brakes work very well. They're not too strong, but do bring you to a stop. Now cars come in, so I have to outrun them. I'm gonna switch into, well, it's crazy when it speeds up when you're turning, but I'm gonna switch into mode 3, 20 miles an hour. Let's go. Oh, this is fast. Woo! All right, let me slow down. Okay, it's working very well. Brakes are very responsive. The speed is responsive. When you pedal, it just starts picking up speed, so you have to be ready for that, or it could take you by shock like it did the first time I did it. Come back around. But yeah, when you're just pedaling, you don't even have to hit the throttle. It just starts picking up speed to assist you, and it's going fast. It's picking up speed so much faster than I'm pedaling. It's pretty crazy. But if you don't want to pedal whatsoever, just hold down the throttle and it just takes off. Wow, that's crazy. Not only do the different modes go different speeds, but they pick up speed faster depending on what mode you're in. So that's pretty crazy. It's very responsive. Oh, you go around a turn right here and pedal, it just starts picking up speed. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Woo. Wow, I really like it. It's really fast. This actually feels like a motorcycle. It's kind of scary, but when you get the hang of it, if you're a professional bike rider, this will be awesome for you. I really like it. Bye. And of course you can ride this thing at night. I'm gonna get it powered on and get the headlight turned on. Oh yeah, let's see if this thing actually packs a punch and I can see where I'm going. All right, so manual mode. Let me get some speed in here. Motor on. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Picking up some speed. Oh yeah. The light's actually really good. It's lighting up the road. Plus you can even adjust it up and down depending on what you're trying to look at. Let me just turn around here. Okay, I'm still not very good at riding this thing. Here we go. It's picking up speed. Nice weather out here tonight. Whoa, going way too fast. Whoa. When you're not a professional riding bikes, this is really scary at night. Whoa. Here we go. Ooh. Yeah. Woo. Whoa. I need to practice with this thing. It's probably dangerous to ride this thing at night. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. Like if this was, what, 20 years ago, I'd be a professional on this thing. Yeah. Woo! Yeah! As you can see, I'm riding it very well, and the light does a good job lighting up my path in front of me. I mean, look at that. It's actually shining on the floor. But I can obviously adjust it up if I want it higher. Well, it actually lights up the house way over there. That's pretty impressive. It's lighting up the tree. What? I could aim it down even lower. Wow, very nice. I'm gonna just keep it right here so it lights up right where I'm heading. But overall, I'm really liking this bike, even at night. All right, so now you give it a go.
Okay, first, manual.
Having fun?
I'm excited. Happy. So it's very easy because I have grip and I have my heels and I can do it. So you can see. No problem like this. Like it. Okay, stop here. Yippee. Yeah, you see? It's very easy with my heels.
So you like it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I did before they use it. I think it's very difficult, and with my heels maybe more, but it's very easy, and I can stop easy if you use a manual. It's good and tired exercise, but if you use the motor, it's very easy. You're not tired, only happy, only fun and funny, and you can stop faster. Yeah, I like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my nut.
Whew. All right, guys. There's quite a few things I've learned with my time with this amazing electric bike. Number one, you know what they say, you never forget how to ride a bike. And to be fair, at first I was a bit wobbly, but after a few minutes, it's like I never left. Okay, not quite, because when I was younger and used to ride a bike, I used to go crazy with them. This one I was afraid to turn. So there's that. But getting back to the actual electric bike itself, it's actually really cool, but there's also a few things that I found out about it, and it kind of shocked me because I was like, whoa, I'm trying to learn how to ride a bike here, and it just caught me by surprise. First thing is, if you have the speed mode just set to nothing, just completely off, it's completely in manual mode, so you have to pedal it like a regular bike. Second thing, I forgot how gears work and I switched them and made the chain fall off and had to repair it, but I remembered how to do it. Smart. Third thing though, once you switch the speed modes, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, while you're manually pedaling, it just starts going. And when you stop pedaling, it stops. So it's pretty cool. It assists you while you're pedaling, or you could override the whole thing and just use the throttle right here to just go. And when I say go, once you go into mode 2 and 3, it just takes off. Like, it's definitely faster, it has a higher max speed, but also a faster response rate, so it just flies. Now that's where I got surprised. When I was pedaling, it just started taking off. I was like, whoa, what's going on? I had to hit the brake because it caught me by surprise. Now the things I don't like about the bike was, well, obviously the setup process. The instructions I thought were very clear and very simple, but as I realized I kept making a bunch of mistakes. First of all, handlebars, I installed those 3 times. Then I had this completely backwards, so I'd install the handlebar again. Then I had the wheel backwards, so I just flipped that around. Then I'd install the light the other way. And then the really big safety issue that we had, where the handlebar wasn't fully connected to the actual tire, so when you go steering, it doesn't turn. The wheel just goes on with a mind of its own. Now that could have easily been a mistake because there was nothing in the manual about that. So my warning for you right here, if you're assembling this, double check, triple check, quadruple check everything before you actually go for a ride, because remember, this thing goes 20 miles an hour. You do not want the wheel to not respond to you while you're trying to turn it going that fast. You're gonna hit the floor face first, and yeah, that's really bad. But with all that being said, after trial and error, once you get everything set up and ready to go, it's awesome. This is definitely a motorcycle in my mind. You let me know what you guys decided on. But for me, this is a motorcycle that also functions as a regular bicycle when the battery dies. You can definitely hear the motor when it's activated. It's like vroom, but it's not loud. It makes sense. It's an electric motor. You're gonna hear it. The gear shifting is smooth, although I'm still not 100% sure how to use it. I forgot if 1 or 7 is when you're going uphill and when you switch them and all that. I gotta do some research on bicycles. And then the good news is, The brakes. I thought when you hit them all the way at full force, you were gonna go flying because with electric scooters, that's kind of how it is. But with this, I was surprised. I hit it and it came gradually to a stop. So that was actually very nice. Now really, as far as a bike, as far as commuting with this, it's a very good option if you prefer to ride a bike, you wanna save the environment, you don't wanna drive a car, or you just want bikes to have fun with. It's electric and that's even more fun. Remember, it's a motorcycle, more or less. So as long as you get everything installed correctly and make everything safe, I could definitely recommend this bike. It's a blast. I can feel the wind in my face. It picks up speed quickly. It works very well. And of course, it works as a regular bike when the battery dies, so you don't have to carry it around. Very nice. If you picked one up, let me know. Links down below if you want to pick one up. And I'm gonna go take this out for another ride because I seriously had a good time and I'm ready to have some more.